and welcome back to Sports Buzz, your one-stop destination for all sporting updates from across the world. In the next half an hour, we will take you through latest updates on Euro 2020, all that is buzzing in Olympics, and a special segment on legendary actor and sports lover Dilip Kumar. Let's start with the headlines first. Italy makes it to the final of Euro 2020 with 4-2 win over Spain on penalties. Euro 2020's big match finalist will be decided tonight when England takes on Denmark on semi-final 2. Argentina defeats Colombia in semi-finals to make it to the finals against Brazil in Copa America. Argentina last lifted the Copa America trophy in 1993. In tennis, 8-time champion Roger Federer to face 14th-seeded Hubert Hurkacz in Wimbledon quarterfinals. And in women's category, world number 1, Ashley Barty to play her first Wimbledon semi-final. Legendary actor Dilip Kumar passes away at 98. Tragedy king played several friendly football, badminton and cricket matches in his lifetime. 1962 match remains etched in the memories of cinema and sports fans. To start with the biggest tournament, Euro 2020, Italy reaches the final of European Championship with a 4-2 win over Spain on penalties. Jorginho scores the winning penalty. Italy will take on the winner of the second semi-final between England and Denmark, which takes place tonight. More in this report.
After a cagey first half, Italy struck on the hour when a fast-paced break began with goalkeeper Donnarumma, ended with the ball falling for Federico Chiesa, who cut in from the left and curled in a superb finish to put Italy ahead. Spain levelled 10 minutes from time when Alvaro Morata dropped from the starting team after a run of poor finishing displays, played a clever 1-2 with Dani Olmo to open up the Italian defence and calmly slotted home to take his team into extra time for the third successive game. Italy were not always on top in this game, though with Spain the better side for long spells of an epic contest before Chisa's goal in the match watched by a crowd of almost 58,000 people. For Spain, the failure to find a winner meant penalties again for a side that beat Switzerland in the shootout in the quarterfinals. They had also beaten Italy on penalties at Euro 2008. Bellotti, Bonucci, Badinski and Jorginho converted for Italy in the penalty shootout. For Spain, Gerard Moreno and Thiago converted, while Dani Olmo and Morata missed. The two missed spot kicks saw Spain give up the advantage they had been handed when Manuel Locatelli failed with the first kick in the shootout. The Italians celebrated at the end with a large contingent of their UK-based supporters and a team that has been rejuvenated under manager Roberto Mancini as they continue to dream of winning a first European Championship title since 1968. It is 9 years since Spain mauled Italy 4-0 in the Euro 2012 final in Kiev to win a third consecutive major tournament, and this was the fourth consecutive European Championship in which these powerhouses had met. Now unbeaten in 33 games, Italy go to the final to face either England or Denmark, who will meet on Wednesday night in the second semi-final. For now, Italians can celebrate and enjoy this memorable win. Sports Desk, DD India.
And now let's take a look at the preview of tonight's match between England and Denmark.
England are gripped by Euro 2020 fervour as Gareth Southgate's men prepare to take on Denmark for a place in the final of a major tournament. England are shouldering rising expectations. Denmark are powered by resilience and recovery. Emotions will be high at Wembley Stadium before their European Championship semi-final match even kicks off Wednesday, when there will be a moment to remember the tournament's most harrowing incident and the player who won't be playing for Denmark. Perhaps what is most remarkable is that while Eriksen recovers from his cardiac arrest, Denmark have managed to reach the semi-finals for the first time since unexpectedly winning the European Championship in 1992. Now that they are back in another semi-final, there is a sense that England have to deliver in a way it hasn't since last reaching a final at the 1966 World Cup. The foundation of England's progress at Euro 2020 has been in defence with no goals conceded in 5 games, only one of which has been played away from Wembley, Saturday's 4-0 rout of Ukraine in Rome. A career that was waning in the year after the last World Cup is flourishing again, with Trippier winning the Spanish title and now hoping for a first England title too. Sports Desk, DD India.
The industry of sports and cinema together mourning the passing away of actor Dilip Kumar, who breathed his last on Wednesday morning. Actor Dilip Kumar's love for sports was known by all across the industry, and his famous 1962 match versus Team Raj Kapoor, played for a cine relief fund, remains afresh in the memories of sports fans. The next report brings you Dilip Kumar's association with sports as a fan and how he wanted to be a professional player, but destiny had something else for him. And sports personalities from across the world mourned the death of legendary actor and sports fanatic Dilip Kumar. In a tweet, cricketer Sachin Tendulkar said, and I quote, "Rest in peace, Dilip Kumarji. There will never be another one like you. Your contribution to Indian cinema is unparalleled and you will be missed dearly. My heartfelt condolences to Saira Banerjee and the family." Cricketer Virat Kohli tweeted, "Today, an icon who was loved by generations passes away. Rest in peace, Dilip ji. My condolences to the family." In a string of tweets, former cricketer Yuvraj Singh and first female Olympic medalist Karnam Malleshwari also tweeted, "End of an era, saddened by the passing away of the legendary actor Shri Dilip Kumarji, an artist par excellence and a much respected personality who contributed to Indian cinema." Yuvraj Singh tweeted, "Deeply saddened to hear about the demise of Dilip Kumarji. Another legend passes, marking the end of an era. His contribution to cinema is unmatched and unprecedented. My deepest condolences to the family." Badminton star player Saina Nehwal also tweeted, saying, as I quote, "The legend of Hindi cinema, may your soul rest in peace, sir. Hashtag Dilip Kumar," unquote. Wrestler Bajrang Punia and Olympic medal hope also tweeted, "It's truly the end of an era. Rest in peace. Hashtag Dilip Kumarji. Om Shanti," unquote. Moving on to our next story on ICC, India's teen batting sensation Shafali Verma and all-rounder Sneha Rana on Wednesday nominated for ICC Women's Player of the Month award for June following their standout performances in the ongoing series against England. Besides the Indian duo, England's left-arm spinner Sophie Ecclestone has also been nominated for the honour in the women's category. The nominees among the men are New Zealand batsman Devon Convoy and pacer Kylie Jamieson, along with South Africa wicketkeeper Quinton de Kock. The 17-year-old Shafali Verma, who'd already impressed everyone in the shortest format of the game, made a stunning test debut against England and was named player of the match in the Bristol match. And in tennis, the third Grand Slam of the year, Polish 14th seed Hubert Hurkacz will meet 8-time champion Roger Federer in the quarterfinals at Wimbledon after overcoming world number 2 Daniil Medvedev in 5 sets. Hurkacz won 2-6, 7-6, 3-6, 6-3 and 6-3 after the pair returned to their Finnish match, which was suspended because of rain on Monday under the centre court roof. The 24-year-old will face Swiss 6th seed Federer today. It is the first Grand Slam quarter-final appearance for Hurkacz, whose previous best showing came at Wimbledon when he reached the third round in the year 2019. In women's singles, world number 1 Ashley Barty defeated compatriot Alia Tomljanovic by 6-1, 6-3 to reach the Wimbledon semi-finals for the first time. Barty won the 2019 French Open, but she'd been to the quarterfinals at the All England Club. Indeed, this was the first time in the Open era that the tournament had 6 first-time women quarterfinalists. Former champion Angelique Kerber reaches the Wimbledon semi-finals for the 4th time with a 6-2, 6-3 win over Karolina Mukova of the Czech Republic. The German, world number 28, earlier won the title in 2018. And second seed Aryna Sabalenka proved too powerful for Tunisian Ons Jabeur as she stormed into the Wimbledon semi-finals with a 6-4, 6-3 victory under the centre court roof. The 23-year-old Belarusian, playing in her first Grand Slam quarter-final, played aggressively throughout to keep 21st seed Jabeur on the back foot. Whereas Karolina Pliskova reached her first Wimbledon semi-final with a 6-2, 6-2 win over Switzerland's Viktorija Golubic. Former world number 1 Pliskova, now ranked number 13, will face either Belarus second seed Aryna Sabalenka or Ons Jabeur of Tunisia for a place in Saturday's Wimbledon final. And Emiliano Martinez was a hero of Argentina as he saved 3 times in a shootout to take his team into a Copa America final matchup with Brazil after Tuesday's semi-final against Colombia, finishing 1-1 after 90 minutes. Martinez, who tried to distract Colombia's players in the shootout with a barrage of trash talk, saved from Davinson Sanchez, Yerry Mina and Edwin Cardona. Lionel Messi, Leandro Paredes and Lautaro Martinez scored for Argentina as they booked a spot against the host nation in Saturday's final at Rio de Janeiro's Maracanã Stadium. Both sides had chances to win in an intense end-to-end match punctuated by 46 fouls and 10 yellow cards. Argentina are seeking to win their first major international title since lifting the Copa America in 1993. And once again, Lionel Messi was the star man, notching up his 5th assist of the tournament to add to his 4 goals. Taking a superb pass from Giovanni Lo Celso after 6 minutes, Messi rolled the ball to Lautaro Martinez to fire home a low shot and give Argentina the lead. Mahendra Singh Dhoni is possibly one of the most successful cricketers in India. Born in July 7, 1981, Dhoni is the only captain so far to win all 3 ICC trophies: the T20 World Cup in 2007, the ODI World Cup in 2011 and the ICC Champions Trophy in the year 2013. The man who made his way to the top from humble beginnings reached the peak of his career and now rules the heart of millions of fans. Like many other cricketers, he too turned his attention to different ventures during his career and has brought himself up as not only a sporting legend but a businessman as well. As the years passed, Dhoni dipped his hands into different buckets, right from organic farming to startups and many more. And as rightly said by ICC, there's a reason why they call him Captain Cool. And in Tokyo, the Tokyo Olympics will be held from July 23 to August 8. The games were slated to be held last year, but it had to be postponed due to the COVID-19 pandemic. Team India is all set for the games with more than 100 athletes achieving qualification so far across 18 different sports. In order to support Tokyo-bound athletes, Sports Authority of India is conducting a quiz. You too can participate in this quiz by logging in to mygov.in/quiz/Road to Tokyo 2020. And the next report brings you the story of grit and determination. 2 athletes who have not only made a wildcard entry to Tokyo 2020 but will also look forward to bring laurels to their country. Yousufi and Shah Mahmood Noorzahi are among the 5 Afghan athletes who will be competing in the Tokyo 2020 Olympic Games. It will be the second Olympics after the 2016 Rio Games for the 25-year-old sprinter Yousufi, who is also the only female athlete to take part in both the games representing Afghanistan. For Yousufi, an Afghan refugee born in Iran, the road to the grand stage at Olympics was not an easy one. Her family fled their home country during the Taliban reign. Growing up in a foreign land, Yousufi had to work extremely hard.
After participating in the Rio 2016 Olympics 5 years ago, my dream has always been to become a world record holder one day. I'm sure this will happen one day. To achieve this dream, I have always exercised hard day and night with the support of my family. I have also ignored all my other pastimes and programs that every girl does in life. For example, going out with friends or spending time with family. And I just practiced. My concern is about the peace process, especially about what would happen to girls and their sports if they make peace with the Taliban. At the moment, my biggest worry is about how much freedom female athletes would be allowed to have in a society.
Compared to Yousufi, who now has access to training facilities in Iran, Noorzahi has to do with what he can get his hands on.
I have been preparing for the Olympics for 2.5 years. I am now quite ready to go to Japan to break the Afghan record and win an Olympic gold medal for Afghanistan for the first time. Given that no one from Afghanistan has won a gold medal in the Olympics Games so far.
Apart from dilapidated sports facilities, security concerns are always in the back of his mind.
Our sports facilities are minimal, especially in athletics. We do not have a standard track surface or special shoes to prepare like athletes in other countries, such as the United States, countries where athletes have a lot of facilities and can prepare for competitions properly. There is a lot of fighting in Farah. I remember during the holy month of Ramadan, I would do stretching exercise at home at 11 o'clock at night, then do sprint exercise outside my house very quickly and go back home as soon as I can. Due to insecurity and war, I have been out of training many times.
All 5 Afghan athletes, the other 3 competing in taekwondo, swimming and shooting, failed to qualify for the Tokyo Games and will participate on wildcard entry. Both Yousufi and Noorzahi are current national record holders, with Yousufi at 13.33 per 100 meter for the women's 100 meter dash and Noorzahi the record holder of men's 200 meter run. Both will compete in the 100 meters event in Tokyo Olympics. The pair left Kabul for Tokyo on July 4th and will spend 15 days at a training camp in Fukuoka before the Olympic begins on 23rd of July. Sports Desk, DD India. Indian players are gearing up for the Tokyo Olympics. The countdown for the event is underway, and this time Indian contingent has the ability to make it to a double-digit medal tally. India's best ever medal tally to date, which has been 6, which they achieved at the London Olympics 2012. Let's take a look at the medal hopefuls for India at the Tokyo Olympics.
The countdown for the Tokyo Olympics is underway after the 1-year delay owing to the coronavirus pandemic that is still looming large. Following almost a year-long hiatus, athletes are slowly making their return into sports with the aim of attaining glory at the quadrennial sporting extravaganza. India is aiming to send one of its biggest contingents ever to the Tokyo Olympics, including a few who are among the best in the world. And before the action begins in Tokyo, predictions are going to pour in from all corners. From how many medals India will win in Tokyo to which athlete will win which color. People are trying to predict everything. In that beat, here we will try to make some predictions of our own and the predictions that are bold. First athletics medal for India. India has been long starving for a medal in athletics. which might be achieved this year. Javelin thrower Neeraj Chopra and long jumper Srishankar Murali have given us hopes which can translate into medals at the hallowed ground. It is not a hidden fact that athletics is one of the disciplines which has the most number of medal events, and as a result, the Indian federations and associations have been at it to produce a medalist in that field. Asian Games and Commonwealth Games gold medalist Neeraj Chopra threw an attempt of 88.07 meters to create a new national record in the javelin throw event at the Indian Grand Prix 3 at the National Institute of Sports, Patiala. As he is trying to reach the 90-meter mark, the possibilities look encouraging. Biggest medal tally in shooting. Indian shooters have kept on dominating the world circuit with some extremely well performances in the ISSF World Cups. Shooters like Saurabh Chaudhary, Manu Bhakar, Divyansh Singh Pawar, Anjum Mudgil, Abhishek Verma have time and again consistently performed over a couple of years, thus making them some of the best bets to win multiple medals in the Tokyo Olympics. Long wait for medal ends for Indian archers. Indian archers have long been waiting for their deserving medal at the Olympics. Deepika Kumari, who had been the world #1 archer, had to miss out on her medal dreams in London 2012 and Rio 2016. With her making into the team once again, Deepika will be bringing experience with her to win India's first ever medal in archery in the women's individual category and also probably in the mixed team event with her husband Atanu Das. Mary Com's dream of winning Olympic gold remains unachieved. The Tokyo Olympics will be the swan song of India's all-time greatest pugilist and six-time world champion Mary Com. For the 2012 Olympic bronze medalist, a gold medal at the Tokyo Olympics would have been the fitting crown for the Manipuri. However, going by her present form and analyzing her competitors in the 51 kg weight category, a top finish in the podium would be a daunting job for her, who is also catching up with her age. Sania Mirza chases down elusive Olympics medal. India's Sania Mirza said the elusive dream of winning a medal at her 4th Olympics in Tokyo this year motivated her to return to the WTS circuit after a year-long gap. It was a disappointing outing for Mirza and her mixed doubles partner Rohan Bopanna in Rio 2016, who despite reaching the semi-finals of the tournament missed the medal by a whisker. This time Sania looks motivated and her current form could spell a medal-winning performance in Tokyo. India's first ever double-digit medal tally. India's best ever medal tally to date has been 6, which they achieved at the London Olympics. But this time, if the Olympics do happen, they have a chance to eclipse that mark and go further, and who knows, they have the ability to make it to a double-digit medal tally. We could be looking at 5 medals from shooting, 2 from boxing, 2 from wrestling, 1 from hockey, and that's 10 right there. Sports Desk, DD India.
And another update on Tokyo Olympics is that the Olympic torch relay has been scrapped on Tokyo's public roads, officials announced on Wednesday, as virus concerns continue to plague the games just over 2 weeks before they begin. Right up to the opening ceremony on 23rd of July, the torch events will be streamed online, with authorities urging spectators to watch them in the comfort of your home. And that's all in this bulletin of Sports Buzz, but we will be back tomorrow with latest sporting updates. Meanwhile, please don't forget to wear your mask, sanitize your hands, maintain social distancing, and most importantly, vaccinate yourself. Bye-bye.
अब कैसी भी